guys, Comic Boom here to review Batman Annual number 3. You know, this annual, written by Tom Taylor, had the unenviable task of being a follow-up to Batman Annual number 2, which last year was my number 1 or number 2 best book of the year for 2017. I mean, this is some pretty big company. I mean, can it match it? My God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this actually does a really good job of matching the quality of Batman Annual number 2 last year, written by Tom King, which was a wonderful written story about an older Bruce Wayne with an older Selina Kyle, and it was just sort of exemplifying the love story between those two. But this Batman Annual number 3, written by Tom Taylor, focuses on the relationship between Alfred and Batman, and it is a issue that is appropriately titled Father's Day, because let's face it, Alfred has always been Bruce Wayne's father. Because when it comes to fatherhood and being a dad is not defined by biology. It's defined by your relationship. How do you treat each other? How do you treat the person? If you treat someone like your son and he treats you and looks up to you like you're his dad, then you are the father. And it's a Father's Day. It's a Father's Day issue. That's what this is. And I read this thing right. If you're going to read this, I wouldn't... The revelation that this is an issue that is called Father's Day comes on the very last page. You know, I've often complained that comic books should have the title of what the issue is called on the front page. I've bitched about that before, but this is one time we're having the title to the actual issue on the final page. This is the final page. And the actual title itself is crucial to the story, because basically various characters throughout the story keep talking about, well, you know what day it is. Well, you know what day it is. And it's Alfred talking about Bruce talking about Alfred. They're talking with Leslie Tompkins after Batman's almost been basically killed because Alfred's looking after him. Alfred has to rescue him, etc., etc., etc. Cutting to the chase, what is this special day? Well, of course, no one ever actually says what day it is. It's just indicated by the title, Father's Day, at the very end. And it's just a beautiful revelation, as a beautiful way to cap off the story. And it's so rare to see that done, that the actual title to the issue is what gives you the fulfillment at the end of the issue, where you go, that was a fantastic comic. That just topped everything off. Very well done. Very well done. Now, Tom Taylor, he wrote a fantastic Injustice Annual number 2 just last week, and that was on the relationship between Superman and Batman in the Injustice universe. Fantastic job there. Tom Taylor really does understand DC characters very, very well. He's coming off a pretty good run off X-Men, from what I hear. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but Tom Taylor gets a lot of praise when he writes Marvel characters generally too. He does a good job. And wow, his understanding of the DC characters is great. I wish DC would hire him full-time to write Batman. Man, Peter Tomasi on Batman with Detective right now. Tom Taylor and Batman Annual number 2. And the other Tom King on Batman is obviously hitting up the sales charts as well. Although I'm less of a fan in terms of the direction of that line. It can't be denying that Batman is generally doing pretty well lately. This here, the exemplification and the focus on the relationship between Alfred and Batman is it's so well done. Tom King himself has done a really good job on the pages of Batman. I've been critical of Tom King's run, but I will say that some of Tom King's best writing have to do with moments between Alfred and Bruce Wayne. And here we have Tom Taylor writing the trauma that changed Bruce Wayne's life from the perspective of Alfred when he gets that phone call. The phone call that changed Alfred's life was the phone call he got that told him that the Waynes were murdered and that young Bruce Wayne, was the sole survivor. And from showing up and picking up a traumatized Bruce Wayne to raising him, to being there for him no matter what. He's the rock behind Batman. Batman, you can imagine how, with the obsessive compulsive disorder that Batman has, to always fight crime and to always be so rigidly focused on relentlessly focused on getting the job done, never giving up in terms of fighting crime. But he doesn't feed himself. I mean, Batman thinks he can survive on cucumber sandwiches. I mean, Alfred has got to, he's got to be putting vitamins in the cucumbers or something, because you can't live on cucumber sandwiches. Anyways, that's a Tom King reference to the story there. But all the stuff that Batman does, taking care of Wayne Manor, taking care of all the personal elements and aspects and nutritional elements of Batman's life, and being there for him, rescuing him, saving him, always making sure that he's being protected, because Batman's job is to protect Gotham and others, but Batman is not very good at protecting himself. That's what Alfred does, and that's what Alfred does so well. This is a heartfelt story. I'm not going to go too much into it, other than to say that this is well worth the read. If you're going to give somebody who likes comic books a Christmas present for Christmas, and it's a comic book, get them Batman Annual number 3, especially if they're a Batman fan. It's very well written, very well done. And I got to give a shout out to the artist, Otto Schmidt being the artist, and on letters is Troy Pettere, and on the cover, Brian Hitch and Alex Sinclair do the cover. And again, kudos to Tom Taylor for doing a great job. Guys, check out Batman Annual number 3. Merry Christmas. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. Hit the subscribe button, and until next time, Comic Boom out.